T360 Flaming and Hades starting off with the 3v3s. Gizmo, Nick, and Koa. The substitute coming in for Team #FreeMax 3v3s. Now, a lot's at stake, folks, but top 4 isn't really like... Yesterday's battle was a top 4 deciding factor, where we saw Dorking Jackrabbits, they won, of course. This battle, on the other hand, it's more of a pride battle. It's more of a kind of like a tussle between these two guys just to see who has the upper hand, right? And I'm looking forward to how this one goes. I think these are two very well-qualified teams. Now, one of the things I would like to say is throughout the season so far, Team #FreeMac has been one of the teams that has been constantly there. Their team members have been there with them 24/7. I mean, they've had really a time where they need a substitute. This time, though, they do. And I'm wondering, is that going to affect their performance? Now we're seeing here Koa start off in the 3v3s. A mode that he doesn't like to play that often. That ain't too good. So Koa right now, we're seeing Flaming just going to work right now with this Queen Nai. I mean, using the signatures, really racking up the damage right now. Eats, gets a D-Light Siren. Koa starts this one off in a very rough fashion. Already down to the last stock, and Flaming 50 damage right now. I mean, Flaming, he came right off the mic, swinging out of the gates, and he's ready to tussle, man. He's ready to go to work. But Flaming right now, he's racking up so much damage. Koa's going to have to stop the bleeding somehow here, folks. He gets in there, goes for the ground pound. It doesn't connect. The weapon throw does. Flaming, though, still looking to rack up some damage. We all know the potential that Queen Eye has. Queen Eye does not die. And... hold up. Alrighty. It seems like Koa might be getting knocked out here, and this is not a great start here for the 3v3s. We're seeing that Team #FreeMac, they're already down to the second member, and they still haven't gotten a stock out of the first. Gizmo here is coming up over on to the VV. Let's see how he does here coming into this one here. Big sides, it connects, doesn't lead to the knockout. We talk about the defense from Queen Eye, the ability that Queen Eye has in order to live in these situations where you think that, you know what, they might be done for, but they live somehow. They're not going to live from that down stick, though. Gizmo is going to lead to the knockout, and folks, it's not that far off just as yet. It's 4 stocks to 5. Gizmo needs to get his head in the game, though. You know, you had a rough start in game number 1, but you're going to have to lock in. Right now, you're on your first stock still. You're going to have to make the most out of it, and that's by taking out Flaming and starting to get some damage onto T360 somehow. Big down stick does connect and leads to the knockout. You know, we talk about at the start as well too about the consistency from teams. That's one of the things that we haven't seen from, you know, Infernus Sexuals, who had been eliminated yesterday. You know, some of the teams as well, even Team Mac, we haven't, they actually DQ'd because they didn't have enough members one time. One of the teams that have been also very consistent has been Team netherrealm. And consistency mixed in with the powerhouses of Hades and Winter, that makes a very scary team. And rightfully so, we're seeing right now why Flaming is just... he's saying that you don't even have to worry about Hades. You don't even have to worry about Winter. Focus on me right now, because he's taken 2 stocks. He's looking to take another 2 stocks right now in his first 2. I mean, this is looking like a very hot start for Team netherrealm. It seems like they're shaping up great right now for this one. For this first round of the crew battles, actually. Gizmo looking for the knockout here. He gets a Sala into the Siren. Finally, Flaming MBL has been put down. T360 is up. And we all know how powerful T360 is. I mean, in the last battle that I've casted for him, I've seen that T360, he had put in the work for his team. He was the MVP for the crew battles here. And that's scary. To know that Flaming MBL just did your team like that, and you still have to worry about T360, and worse yet, you still got to worry about Hades lined up in the anchoring spot there. I mean, this is not that great for Team #FreeMac right now. But you know what? Gizmo, he's holding his last stock here strong. He's weapon starving, doing the Gizmo special. But he's getting hit with the unarmed right now. Hold up, down stick, doesn't connect. Sidelight does connect from T360. That should lead to the knockout, and it does. Whew, brother. 2 stocks to 4. How does this one play out now? Well, for sure, Nick is going to have to try to see if he can get some early knockouts here or something. And you see, he's spacing him really well right now. T360 is realizing, you know what, he's getting hit a little bit too much. He's not finding the openings right now. He does find one opening, though. at least a 2-piece, but nothing more. T260 still holding his first stock, but he falls down to his last right now. Nick, not that far off once again. 3 stocks to 2, but still a little bit of damage has been dealt. T260 looking at least take a stock here, you know, ease the pressure off of Hades a little bit. Not that Hades is feeling any pressure whatsoever. I mean, that's a 1v1 anchor, folks. Ooh, nice. T260. Oh, nice. The N-Sig to come back. That's some Volkov tech. Charging the side stick. It does hit the back end of the side stick. Does connect the down stick, though. Nick special onto the stage. Ground pound. Just a raw ground pound. T260 is going to punish it. Gets a ground pound of his own, but it builds up damage. It doesn't spike. T260 gets the end light off. Middle stage. Looking for the edge guard onto Nick. Nick is in a rough spot right now. First stock, 153. Still, once again, you're going to have to worry about Hades there in that anchoring spot. End light does come out. T260. Oh, eats a Sair. Hold up. T260. Looking for the haymaker. He's looking for the closing blow, folks. But what is it going to be? The N-Sig does connect from Nick, and Nick makes this one an even stock situation. But the damage, it's telling a different story here, folks. 169. Now, this is going to be a little taste of the 1v1 if we do get to that point. Nick right now, he's kind of in the hot seat here, and I think he's a lot to prove against Hades. Hades has been, you know, one of their guys, one of the tough opponents when it comes to these battles here. It's kind of hard to really beat him. We've seen, though, that, you know, Team Mac was capable in order to beat him. It came to a last stock situation, last hit situation almost. But it went towards Team Mac's favor. And it showed, you know what, maybe some teams have some signs of life here, but I'm wondering if Team #FreeMac, they're up for the battle here, because it's 2 stocks to 1 right now. The damage, it's mostly even, looking more so in Hades' favor. And Team NetherRealm right now, you know that they're feeling great about this 3v3s here. Side stick does come out, it doesn't connect. Nick still over onto the Qatars. Still trying to rack up any damage to try to take out this first stock. The ground pound does connect. It doesn't lead to the knockout. There into another there. Off the wall with the weapon throw. Hold up. Nick does make it by. Nice and light. And Sig does connect. Nick right now looking for the stock. Hunting for the stock, in fact. But it doesn't get anything right now. Hades still on middle stage, just throwing out these signatures here. Finally, we've seen some sort of punish here coming in from Nick. Punishing now the down sig. Nick tries to make it back, but he doesn't get the Sair off. Hold up. This is looking mighty close. Last stock situation, 177. The blue team right now. Nick needs to get his head back in the game here. It's definitely doable for him to bring this one back, but he has to play this one picture perfect. We're seeing a lot of signatures coming out from Hades. The dare connects. If there's anybody that knows Qatars, it's Nick for sure. If he can beat Hades on the Qatars mirror, I think this might be his game here. But we see Hades goes over to the scythe right now. The downsig barely hit, but it did connect. It builds up some damage. 42. Downsig does come out, and it leads to the knockout. Game number 1 goes towards Team NetherRealm. Righty. So I'm wondering now what's going to happen. Are we going to be seeing any swaps from the blue team in specific? Because remember, they're down, folks. They're down right now in the crew battles. What do we think is going to happen here? What are our thoughts? Because this is a very important battle here, to tie this one up, at least to bring it 1-1 in the set score, in the crew battles, that is, in the crew battles portion. What are we thinking right now? Because Koa had a very rough time against Flaming MBL. Are we going to be seeing some sort of, like, more targeting, perhaps? Maybe Gizmo starts off, maybe. And we have Koa in that second place spot, but then you got to worry about T260 as well, too. So, I'm seeing here that Nick is going second? Interesting. Seeing a lot of game plan coming in here from the blue team. A battle that they need to take in order to win here. I mean, we talk about how, you know, half of their team is not here. I'm wondering, you know, is that a factor that's, you know, leading to them not going to their best of potentials? You know, most definitely, I mean, you're down half your members. So it's going to be a very rough battle for you to win here. And in a battle that you need to win so badly, I mean, man. Not sure how that's going to feel. Let's see what the chat's saying. Yeah, I don't know. They're just talking, I guess. Alright, let's get back into this one here. We're going back over to Small Fortress of Lions. Yeah, Small Fortress of Lions there. Back onto our game number 2 here, folks. Now, we're not going to update the scoreboard just as yet. They have to win a game order in order to update the scoreboard, folks. So, we're seeing the same sort of targeting, actually. A little bit of swap coming in from the blue team. Nick is going to be showing up a little bit earlier here, folks. Nick is coming in that second place spot to take out T360, so I'm assuming what the blue team is hoping for here is for Koa with the swap over to the 8. It's a, lock in a little bit against Flaming NBL. Maybe keep this one a little bit neck and neck, but honestly, it seems like, Koa does not only want to go neck and neck. He wants to create a lead for his team right now, so it seems like this 8 pick is definitely the pick that he needs in order to kind of get that lead going against Flaming. He has the blasters. He can create some space between him. The signatures as well, too, man. It's pretty great. Could definitely match some of Queen Nai's SIGs as well, too, in terms of how powerful it is. Nice deal. Here does connect. It doesn't lead to the knockout. Still, though, massive damage. Koa still on a 92, double-digit damage right now, but he gets the down stick. Does connect and lead to the knockout. That's stock 1 going off Koa's direction there. He gets that first strike. He gets that first knockout, and way different from that game number 1. We're seeing a whole change of pace here. I love to see this change of pace coming in from the blue team. But I think, like I mentioned, the wild card or the difference maker is really Nick in that second place spot. We're going to be getting to see their best 1v1 player by seed coming in a little bit early. Going to be fighting against T360. Hopefully, I guess their plan is to really build a lead early on to kind of, try to see if you can get out T360 early. Maybe you get out Hades first stock or something, and then get Smoke and perhaps clean up against Hades, maybe. Or maybe he might even go even with him. Who knows? But Koa right now, even stocks, but Flaming NBL is on the ropes right now. 120. Compare that to the 23 damage coming into Koa from Koa. Big side stick does connect, sends him over to the left side. Another one! Said so nice, he had to do it twice, and that's going to be Flaming NBL gone here. This is a type of lead we like to see coming in from the blue team, but definitely a great adjustment coming in from them so far. But now you got to worry about T360. We mentioned how powerful he is. Honestly, there's few Volkov players that I would say knows the ins and outs of this legend like T360. I mean, T360 knows tech like crazy, man. I remember I saw he had a YouTube video once where he had a video with all that. I was baffled at some of the tech that I saw. That's going to be a punish dodge, though. That's huge from Koa. T360 right now. It's still 86 damage on the first stock. He's looking to clean up Koa here. Koa being a little bit of a W substitute here. Racking up some nice damage for not even his team here, folks. But he's going to be going out. Now we're going to be seeing Nick coming up here. The anchoring spot for game number 1 here. Nick is going to be coming in that second place spot. It's even stocks. The lead that Koa has is somewhat diminished, but you know what? Maybe Nick can answer back here, and I think it all depends on Nick's performance coming into this game, because I think the blue team, they definitely banked on Nick getting a lot of damage and definitely getting a lot of stocks. And hopefully extending the lead, if not building a lead for them. And it seems like right now he's doing neither. He's diminishing the lead at 79 damage at T360. So right now a torn on his side right now. Nick needs to get a knockout here. The N-Sig does make it back. The recovery does connect. T360 lives another day. Doesn't punish the GC. T360 looking for the scythe, I believe. Nick goes for the N-Sig. T360 read him so well. Picks up the scythe. It's about even damage right now. 152 to 170. Big side stick does connect. Nick gets the knockout. Now, once again, you're going to have to worry about Hades. You're going to have to worry about Hades. In that anchoring spot, it's 3 stocks to 4 right now, but Nick is going to have to try to see if he can get out this stock here really quickly, and that's what he's hoping for. He's trying to get him off stage. He has him right where he wants him, but he's not finding the right conversions. He's not finding the right openings right now, and it's definitely frustrating him a little bit right now. He's trying to get some nice chip damage in, at least to try to build some sort of lead for himself. Dongstick does connect. Doesn't go for anything too big, though. Respecting the space for sure. Downside coming out from T360. Doesn't connect. Okay. Nick cooking up here a little bit with the Qatars. That's what we'd like to see for sure. 183 still, though, on his first stock. D360 gotta stop the bleeding somehow, man. Sidelight does connect. Weapon throw. That's gonna take it. Tying up the stack count, but once again, the damage lead has been being maintained. 134. Nick, he gets the N-Sig to punish the side sig from T360. T360 fades! And you know what? The blue team, I bet they're happy at this performance right now because they played their cards right. Not only are going to be coming into Hades here, 2 stocks, he's on to Priya. And, you know, you got a whole stock to play around with. You're going to have to try to build a lead here because you know that he can definitely take these 3 stocks off in these 2 that he has here. I mean, you think that the Priya may be a troll pick, but we've seen this guy play some Sword. We've seen this guy play some Missouri before. But if it's anyone to play Priya against, you wouldn't want to play Priya against, I should say, is definitely Nick. I mean, I've seen him play some Priya. Myself, I'm not sure quite what his level is on it, but when Priya dropped, he played quite a bit of it. So he does have some knowledge coming in from that Chakrams. We're not seeing any Chakrams coming in from Hades right now. He's all about the sword gameplay right now. He's all about evening up the stock count, and it seems like he's trying his best to do it right now. But Nick is racking up some good damage. 113, 126 right now on the first stock. Big knockout coming in from Hades. Ties this one up. Once again, though, damage lead has been being maintained here. Now, the question is now, can Gizmo handle Hades here? I think this is what the blue team was banking on. Maybe Gizmo was like, you know what, Chief, put me in. I think I can handle him. I think I can manage the anchor for the Netherrealm. I think I can manage the big dog Hades. But it seems like he's struggling here just a little bit. He gets the end line, though. He's looking for the knockout. Not quite yet, though. Big side sig. Hold up. Hold up. Hold the phone. Gizmo might be cooking here. 95 damage. Still on the first stock. All he needs is 1. All you need is 1 to tie this one up. 1-1 in the crew battle score. Hades right now over on the Chakrams. Definitely in a little bit of unfamiliar territory for sure. But he lands his here. Charges the side sig. Surely we punish that. Gizmo gets a 2-piece, but disengages. No sidelight coming in. Seeing both of them. They're just kind of playing around each other. Trying to find... Hades is trying to get a knockout here, but Gizmo is just looking for any chip damage. Oh, nice sidelight. He gets it there. Ground pounds on stage. He wasn't hitting him. I'm assuming that was a bait, but... N-Sig does come out, and Hades ties this one up. Last stock a piece for everybody. It all comes down to this. Does Hades bring this one 2-0 in the crew battles? Or do we see a game number 3 ahead of us here today? Hades right now with the stage control, goes for the ground pound. Gizmo right now with the blasters in hand. He gets a recovery, sends him up in the heavens. Nice sidelight. Ooh. Nice. Nice punish there. The N-Sig doesn't come out from... Oh, Hades, a ground pound. Yeah, I sensed something was coming there for sure. Gizmo, 103, 128 from Hades. It's not that far apart. Z-Line recovery. He misses it, but he gets the Sarah off. Hades doesn't get too much of a punish. Ooh, dodges right through the D-Light. Nice stuff. Hades right now still on the ropes. 158. Big haymaker. That's huge damage. 135. Hold up. He has the stage control right now. Over back on the sword. Nice. Sidelight into Sarah. Hold up. Gizmo right now looking for the knockout. Side sig does connect. 154. 180 now from Hades still. Hold up. Sarah. They're really going back and forth, but a Sarah off the backboard. Ooh, he used all of his options here to make that one back. Gizmo still playing the aerial game. Hades holding the stage control. He gets the GCD light. He gets the recovery, hits the taunt, and says 3v3s is mine to take. Game number 2 goes towards Team NetherRealm, and they take the first round, folks. That's a 1-0 in their favor. Z, it seems like, honestly, Team #FreeMac, they're in a rough spot. I mean, we already saw them. They lost the 3s, sure. The 2v2s, it doesn't seem like they have a team that they would hope. It seems like they definitely stacked the 3v3s quite a bit. And now I'm worried, because you stack the mode that you try to get, and you lost that. You lost that mode. Now that you have the people, you have a substitute, Ko. I mean, Ko, I know he loves to play 2s. Z, he's quite the opposite. He doesn't play 2s at all. it seems like they just put in Z here just because they needed to put someone in, and not that they wanted to win this mode at all. They were just throwing the 2v2s and banking on the 3s here. It just doesn't seem like it doesn't seem like the blue team here is that locked in. But you know what? We're going to give them the benefit of the doubt here. We're seeing Koa gets Winter out of here. Now, the one thing I would say about Team NetherRealm, we've seen this team here fought, I believe last week when they 2-0'd Infernus Conceptuals. They're hunting for a 2-0 here once again. And Winter gets the knockout onto Koa. They're fishing for the knockout onto Z here. Going for the ground pound. Hold up. Wait. Goes for the GC down sig. Was looking pretty dire. But you know what? Z's going to sacrifice his stock. Koa, don't save him, bro. Don't save him. He's pretty low. You got still a fresh stock. Go back up. Up, up, up. Okay. Koa lives another day. But 87. No. 54 damage. I just realized Sleepy's over on Ada as well, too. 103 damage right now on Sleepy. So, eyes gotta be on Sleepy and Z here, folks. Z, I mean, coming in fresh into this round, but man, he's already the most damage on the field by a margin for sure. Z's gonna have to play really defensive for his teammate here. Try to, you know, create some sort of openings for his teammate, but Koa struggling himself as well, too. It seems like the red team, they're kind of running away a little bit with this one here. Downsig does connect. It leads to the knockout on Sleepy. That's great stuff. Okay, we're seeing that Koa also falls. Winter taking out Koa. Z also falls, and now Winter is the stock tank. And yeah, that's a scary guy to have the stock tank. I mean, a 2v2 player like Winter, the 2v2 knowledge that this guy has, I mean, man, it's gonna be rough to try to see if you can take him out. But you know what? They're trying their best right now to build up both damage onto Sleepy and Winter. Yeah, Sleepy right now on his last stock is going to have to play this one really safe. I think the blue team, the game plan is clean and cut out. If you can get out Sleepy immediately, you know, you can push for that 2v1 early on. Maybe, just maybe, you know, you can get that early 2v1 and it would be amazing for them. It could definitely bring them back in this game here, but it seems like speaking of 2v1s is going to be going towards the red team's favor right now. Z left in the Lions den here. Koa's out. Game number 1. Red team might be closing this one off. The side stick for no side stick connecting from both of the red team members. Z fighting for his life, trying to rack up any damage. What he needs to be doing is trying to get a knockout onto Sleepy here. Push for that 1v1 perhaps, but still, man, Winter, such a beast. Off the end, like, gets a knockout, and that's game number 1. Going towards Team Red, Team NetherRealm. Wins their 3s, but they win game number 1 of the 2v2s. And you wonder now, what does the blue team do? They run back same picks. Red team's running back the same picks. Something's gonna have to change, right? Something is gonna have to change here because the blue team, they gotta win this mode. How do you win this mode? You can't go out in a 5-0, 2-0 in the crews and 3-0 in the 2s. Something's going to have to change here, but let's see it. Talking about the red team a little bit more. I mean, we saw this team when they 2-0'd Infernus Conceptuals. They're hunting for a 2-0 here once again. This would mean a lot if they get a 2-0 against team, the blue team, because it would put them in that first place spot over Team Mac, the current first place holders. And the team that actually beat Team NetherRealm in their team battle when they fought in the round robin. So would mean a lot to take that first place spot, and it sadly is going to have to be at the expense of Team #FreeMac. But we've seen, I mean, even yesterday in the Infernus Conceptuals and Dorking Jackrabbit team battle, where we saw Skasex and Lilflo, I mean, the mode that they didn't bank on, they won it. In a Game 5, a reverse 3-0 situation. We've seen time and time again, teams have been put in dire spots, but you know what? They have clawed back and they've made their way through and pushed it to the 1v1 tiebreak. I'm wondering if maybe, just maybe, this might be the case here. This one's looking really even, folks. But once again, Winter being that stock tank is someone you're going to have to be very worried about. If it comes down to that 2v1, if it comes down to a 1v1, and Winter is in that spot. You see Winter right now racking up so much damage on this zone. Big ground pound, stuffs the recovery to there. The ground pound, double knockout Sleepy, the team captain, takes out both of blue team members, 5 stocks to 2. I mean, when when people said that they had their money on red team, man, I mean, you can see definitely why. You can see why the red team is such a strong competitor. Coming into the top 4 day, the finale day, it's going to be looking like the red team is going to have a field day in the top 4. But I'm wondering, man, I mean, maybe we might see some signs of hope from the blue team. They got 2 stocks, man. It seems like maybe it's just a go next situation. Big interrupt there coming in from Koa. It does take out Winter. First stock, though. But still, Z living on a thread right now at Koa. He's left all alone. He's gone. He's gone. Sleepy took him out, and Winter is about to take out Koa here. Ooh, punishing the GC side sig. Nice. D-Light's there. Big recovery, Koa. 170 right now. 3 stocks to 1. Can't even call that a stock, bro. 30 damage at most. That's going to be the true combo. 2-0 in the 2v2s. Man, that's such a dominant performance. This might be one of the most quickest battles we might ever see. We're seeing Z restarting, so we got some time to kind of talk about what's about to go down here. So, I mean, the red team, it seems like they're locked, right? Ever since from last weekend when we saw they brought out this lineup that they had prepared since the previous weekend as well too. It just seems like, you know, this format really works for them. I mean, having Hades in that spot, putting Winter in the 2v2s, it really allows them to get these 2-0s like crazy. And it seems like they're shaping up. They're 1 game away from getting another 2-0, folks. So, man, I mean, splitting up Winter and Hades. I mean, Winter and Hades was just when it came to Winter and Hades in the 2v2s, that was a blowout. I mean, a team of their caliber, it's something else. Why are we seeing Teacher 16 here? What's going on? What's going on, dog? Yikes. No. Get this guy out of here. He was on the other team. He was on team netherrealm. Playing in the 3v3s. But like I said, you know, maybe we might see some signs of life coming in from Z and Koa, but who knows? Who knows? Alright. So yeah, they are restarting. But yeah, I mean, a lot's on the line here, folks, but it seems like this just might be the beginning of it. We got 1 more game. Might be just delaying the inevitable. But I don't want to call it just as yet here. But I'm interested in seeing, I mean, both of these teams qualified in the top 4 already. When top 4 finale day comes around, I want to see how these teams perform. But a very crucial battle to see who's going to be on the winner side, who's going to be on the elimination side for the top 4. Let's see it here. I'm going to give DM to Z real quick. See what's up. Do they think it's a best of 3? And they surely don't think it's a best of 3. It's been this deep in the battle that they know for sure it's a best of 5. But hey, I mean, we'll give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe they do think it was a best of 3. Well, we'll see. I mean, how it is. I think I received the DM. Okay, he said 1 second. He's restarting. Okay, he's restarting. Well, I mean, you know, so far I think the Spirit Series has been very successful so far. A lot of people have been having fun with these formats. It's been amazing. It's been exciting. And, you know, we're definitely looking forward to, you know, some future seasons ahead. Might be seeing some new players, some new teams being made. I think everybody has been having their share of fun. Some teams more than others. But, you know, as we kind of close off the round robin and, you know, we shape up for the finale, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing, I mean, both of these teams we are definitely going to be seeing in the finale. The final day being that top 4 there. It's not going to be next weekend. It's going to be actually the weekend after that, yeah, the following weekend, it's gonna be then. Let me see real quick. Okay, Koa is also restarting. You know what's crazy? Z actually thought it was a best of 3, which is insane. Seems like we're not accustomed to it, even at round 5. We're not accustomed to the format, but you know what? It's okay, it's okay. We'll get used to it. We'll get used to it as time goes on. But oh well. We're waiting for Koa to join back up. I wonder if he's on my friends list. Maybe I can invite him real quick. I don't think I see him. It's taking a very long restart here, folks, but we got some more time to talk about this. You know, I think if it's any time to win here, it's definitely now. I mean, this format that Sleepy has brought off, this order that Sleepy has brought off, I mean, it's a wise choice for them to split up the powerhouses and to really kind of divide the power a little bit. But, I mean, you can definitely know when coming into against Winter and Sleepy, I mean, if you take out Sleepy, you take out the Wink Link, maybe you can push for an early 2v1 and try to win against Winter, but it's still pretty rough. It's still pretty rough to win that 2v1 as a player against a player like Winter. So I'm not sure if Koa and Z here are locked in for the whole entire best of 5, but hey, we'll see. We'll see, because we're getting into our game number 3 here, folks. Finally, everybody's ready. Same picks. Actually, are we seeing a swap? Yeah, we are seeing a swap from Sleepy going over to the Shell. The Teska crossover, of course. We're on into banding maps. We're waiting on the red team to select the small fort. We're going over to small fort once again. 1-0 in the set score for Team NetherRealm. They won the crew battles, like we mentioned, but they're pushing for a 2-0 here, folks, and they're one game away. It's a 2-0 in favor of NetherRealm right now. Can Team #FreeMac reverse 3-0 Winter and Sleepy? That's the question at hand. Starting off, we're seeing Sleepy. Kind of, the red team and the blue team has been opting for 2 separate 1v1s, and I definitely think that would kind of be beneficial for the blue team as well, too. I mean, as 2 players that have never played with each other before. Yikes, Winter just took out Koa. Oh, hold up. Winter fades away. Hold up. Sleepy might be fading as well. Z. Oh, he got stuffed the recovery. That's such an unfortunate way to go out. Nice little arm combo. Hold up, ground pound. Wait, they're still going for more. Koa in a rough spot right now. Does make it back, but oh, hold up. Never mind. Winter was right there to clean up. Stocks gone. 3 stocks to 5. Man, oh man. I mean, yeah, this is looking really rough. I mean, now we're seeing Sleepy in the ink. Yeah, he does make it back. No, never mind. He's not going to make it back from that there. Surely, right? He does, but he gets the ground pound and it leads to the knockout. Closing the distance a little bit here. 4 stocks to 3. I think once again, I mean, they've been focusing on Winter here a little bit, but maybe that's the game plan. Maybe you take out the strong guy and you leave Sleepy in the 2v1 spot. Maybe that's the case here that the blue team has to push for in order to get a victory under their belt, in order to get a game under their belt here. Big side tick does connect. Winter gets out Z and gets a double knockout on to Koa as well too. Oh wait, Koa's gone. Oh no. Combo here coming in. Big combo and Sig. Winter then follow up. Round 2 perhaps. Never mind. Still massive damage. 152. He hits his teammate out. Big side tick does connect with the Sultan. Says y'all are going to be going home in a sweep. Sweeping the 3s. Sweeping the 2s. We got a game number 3 ending in Team NetherRealm being victorious 2-0 in the team battle here today.